The way people treat you is not random. It is a direct response to what your behavior allows. Before you even speak, people are already deciding something about you, how much they can interrupt you, how far they can push you, and whether your presence carries weight or can be ignored. And here's the uncomfortable truth. If you are not respected, it is not because people are against you. It is because your behavior has taught them how to treat you. In this video, you're going to learn 5 social power moves that command instant respect. Not through force or aggression, but through controlled, disciplined behavior that shifts how people perceive you immediately. Stay with this until the end, because once you understand these, you will never need to chase respect again. Most men ignore one core problem. They are too available, too reactive, and too eager to be liked. You respond instantly, you explain yourself too much, you tolerate things you shouldn't, and you adjust your behavior just to avoid tension. Without realizing it, you lower your position in every interaction. Because respect is not built on comfort, it is built on boundaries, control, and emotional stability. Your brain is wired to avoid social rejection. So when tension appears, your instinct is to smooth things over quickly, to laugh it off, to agree, to respond fast, to keep things safe. But this instinct, when left unchecked, makes you predictable. And predictable behavior removes authority. People begin to feel that your actions are driven by their reactions, not your own decisions. That is where respect disappears. Now understand this clearly. Respect is not something you ask for. It is something people feel when your behavior shows that you are not easily influenced, not easily pressured, and not dependent on their approval. So let's break down the 5 moves that change this instantly. The first move is controlling your reactions. When something unexpected happens, a joke, a challenge, a moment of tension, most men react immediately. They laugh too fast, defend too quickly, and try to regain control instantly. But the man who commands respect pauses. He allows a moment of silence before responding. That pause shows that he is not controlled by the situation. He chooses his response instead of being driven by it. The second move is speaking less, but with precision. Most men believe they need to talk more to be respected, so they explain, justify, and fill every gap with words. But the more you talk, the more you reveal uncertainty. The man who commands respect says only what is necessary, clear, direct, and controlled. And because he does not waste words, people pay attention when he speaks. The third move is removing the need for approval. This is where most men lose without realizing it. You agree to avoid conflict, you laugh to fit in, and you soften your opinions to be accepted. But every time you do this, you send a signal. I need your approval to be comfortable. And that instantly lowers your value. The man who commands respect is comfortable standing alone, calmly without aggression or emotional need. The fourth move is mastering silence. Silence is one of the most powerful social tools, but most men are afraid of it, so they rush to fill it. But when you become comfortable with silence, something changes. You observe more, reveal less, and allow others to speak and expose themselves. You control the pace of the interaction, and the man who controls the pace controls the frame. The fifth move is walking away when necessary. This is where real respect is defined. If you stay in situations where you are not valued, tolerate subtle disrespect, or remain where your standards are ignored, you train people to lower their perception of you. But when you leave, calmly, without drama, you send a different message. Your time, your presence, and your attention are not easily given. Now look at how this plays out in real life. In dating, the man who reacts emotionally loses attraction quickly, while the one who stays grounded and does not chase attention becomes more intriguing. In social environments, the man who talks constantly may be heard, but the one who speaks with control is remembered. In work settings, the man who seeks approval is overlooked, while the one who makes decisions without hesitation gains authority. It's the same principle everywhere. People respect what feels stable, not loud, not aggressive, but stable. So how do you build this? You train it. You pause before reacting, even in small moments. You reduce unnecessary words. You notice when you're seeking approval and stop yourself. You allow silence without discomfort. And you remove yourself from situations that do not align with your standards. At first, it will feel unnatural, because you are breaking patterns your mind is used to. But with repetition, something shifts. You stop reacting and start choosing. You stop performing and start leading your own behavior. And that is when your presence changes. You don't try to be respected. You become the man who naturally commands it. Now ask yourself honestly, where in your life are you reacting instead of choosing? Where are you speaking too much instead of saying less? Where are you tolerating behavior that lowers your value? And what will you change starting today? If this video gave you value, like the video and subscribe to Beast Mind Psychology for more content on discipline, social power, and psychological mastery. And in the comments, answer this. Which of these power moves do you struggle with the most, and which one will you apply immediately? Because respect is not given by chance. It is built through how you show up every single day. I love you, brother, and I'll see you in the next one.